Noise recently launched the top of the line smartwatch called the Noise Origin, and this watch seems to have all the top-notch features loaded at a very interesting price point. I've been using this watch for about 2 to 3 days now, and I have to say this makes a very good case for a very budget-friendly smartwatch. In today's video, we'll go over all these features and see how well this watch performs to get to know if this watch is meant for you. My name is Saish Gavas, and welcome to the 8-Bit Goan. So currently the watch is available for $6,499. It's available on the Noise website, Chroma, Amazon and Flipkart as well. However, there are some discounts running, so you might want to check them out so you get a discounted price. It's also available in multiple colors. The color which I have got is a jet black. So the watch itself is pretty well crafted. On the front we have a 1.46-inch AMOLED screen. The dial itself is made of stainless steel, which is great. On the side we have 2 buttons. The top button is actually a rotatable crown which can be used to navigate through the menu. The bottom button can be customized to your liking. The strap looks like it's made of silicone, and there is no gap between the strap and the dial, so it gives it a more complete and more premium finish. At the back we have the heart rate sensor and also the charging point. So that's about it. Let's go ahead and switch this on. So once you switch it on, you'll get a barcode which you need to scan, or if you want, you can directly download the Noise app on your phone and you can pair it easily. And upon switching on, you'll realize the screen is extremely pleasant to look at. It's basically an AMOLED screen which has a pixel density of 466 by 466. So the color reproduction, the text, the icons are crisp and clear, and it's just easy to look at. Inside the watch we have a new processor which is the EN1 running on Noise's new UI, which is the Nebula UI, and when you combine both those things together you get a very seamless user experience. I have to say this has been one of the best budget-friendly smartwatches I have used. The UI feels so fluid and so smooth, transitioning from different screens and different menu options. It is just unbelievable. It's a pleasure to use it. It's a joy to just scroll through without having to worry about any kind of snappy animation. The color grading, just the user experience is just fantastic. So speaking about the UI and the menu, it's pretty well thought out. So if you press the button at the top, which is your crown button, it will take you to the menu. And basically you have 4 options to view the menu. The menu styles are grid, list, scatter and wheel. So you can choose any one of those 4. If you go from the top to the bottom, it will take you to your notifications, and Nebula UI does a cool thing where it clubs all your notifications depending on the application. Now if I scroll from the bottom to the top, it takes me to the quick setting options here, and we have always on display option as well. So in case if you want that, you can enable that. It drains your battery, so just be mindful of that. If you click on the setting options, it takes you to your main setting page, and you can scroll down here and you'll get an option to change what happens when you press the down button. So at the moment you can see if I press the button once, single tap, it takes me to workouts. If I long press it, it takes me to weather, so I can go ahead and change it to whatever I want. The Origin also has Bluetooth calling, so basically you can go ahead and dial hands-free from your watch itself. The call quality is also decent. I tried it indoor and outdoor as well, so there was no problem in the communication. So when it comes to health monitoring, it basically has your heart rate sensor. It checks for your blood oxygen level, your sleep management and also your stress level. Now I checked the heart rate with an oximeter with my Samsung watch and the Noise Origin as well, and I have to say it's pretty much accurate all across the board. Same thing with the blood oxygen level. The Samsung watch, the oximeter and the Noise Origin pretty much was giving a standard reading across, which is great. Now in terms of sleep tracking, there seems to be a slight variance between my Samsung watch and the Noise Origin. Basically captures the time you went to sleep and the time you woke up, and then basically it breaks your sleep duration into 4 cycles: your deep sleep, your REM sleep, your light sleep and also awake. I compared this to my Samsung watch, which does a similar job, and I have to say, even though the duration of the sleep is kind of accurate, there is a difference between the sleep cycles. I don't know what is more accurate, but I just wanted to put it out there. In terms of stress management, basically it's always normal, even on my Samsung watch, even on this watch. So it looks like I don't have any kind of stress, which is good to know. Coming to workouts, basically I did 3 workouts: cycling, walking and badminton, and I compared this with my Samsung watch as well, just to see how accurate or if there's any kind of variance. And what I realized is, for the most part, The most of the metrics for walking and cycling, like your distance covered, your speed, your steps you have taken, your average speed, maximum speed, is pretty accurate. But your heart rate, your average heart rate, your maximum heart rate, I felt that the Samsung watch was giving a higher count when you compare that to the Noise Origin. Also, if you see the heart rate or the heart zones, you always find that Noise Origin shows your heart rate is always heart zones is between zone 2 or 3 or 1, while when I'm cycling on my Samsung watch, it shows like it's either on 3, 4 or 5 for the majority of the part. So what I did is I also tried with my oximeter while I'm cycling, while I'm walking, and I realized the oximeter is closer, the reading on the oximeter is more closer to the Samsung watch when compared to the Noise watch. So that is something which you want to keep in mind, especially if you are like using this to train or something like that. I felt the accuracy of the heart rate when it was coming for physical activities, it was kind of off by a bit. So that's something to keep in mind. So it's worth mentioning that this watch doesn't have GPS inbuilt. However, once you pair your watch with the phone, it uses the GPS on your phone. And I have to say the GPS tracking is pretty much accurate. The routes I have taken for my walks is pretty much accurate. So in terms of battery life, I've got about 3 days of battery life. There was a time where I used always on display as well, along with other activities which drains the battery. Like cycling or your badminton, because your heart rate and that is running. So I got 3 days battery backup, which is good. And I used the fast charger, which charged from 0 to 100 in about 1 hour 20 minutes. On the website it says about 2 hours, but it took me about 1 hour 20 minutes to charge it completely. Now, there are a couple of things which could have been done better. One is having GPS built in. The second thing here is that I don't have any option to extract the GPX file for my runs or my cycle rides. If I could do that, I could basically upload my data directly on Strava. Another thing here is because it's AMOLED screen, the visibility under direct sunlight can be a little challenging. So you might have to fiddle with the setting, the brightness setting, to make this watch more visible during direct sunlight. So overall, this watch is absolutely brilliant when you compare to the price point. I've used many budget watches from the last a couple of years, and I have to say this is one of the better looking, better functioning watches. The UI is absolutely beautiful and pleasant. You really enjoy using this watch. I would definitely switch to this watch as my daily driver from my Samsung, provided it had GPS enabled and it had integration with Strava, because I upload things on Strava, which can be done directly from my Samsung watch, but that option is not there. That's the only reason why I would not swap or rather switch to this watch. But generally, overall experience I had with this watch is really pleasant, and I'm really happy, and I would definitely recommend this watch to anyone who is trying to up their game in terms of smartwatch category without breaking your wallet. So with that, we'll come to the end of this video. I'll do a follow-up video on this watch probably in a couple of weeks to let you guys know how it has been holding up in the couple of coming weeks, and let you guys know how the performance has been. If you guys have any questions regarding this watch, so please let me know in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to assist you guys on that. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are doing well, and I'll see you in the next one.